So we are here for the closing session. So let's do the fun with flags. So it's not capture the flag, it's fun with flags. Okay, so first things first, I would like to thank you, all of my colleagues at Integrity, for helping us in terms of creating the challenges and testing them. So yeah, much love for you guys. And to all of the participants of the CTF and the quals. We hope that you guys had fun. And also, we would like to thank our sponsors. Without them, it wouldn't be possible to make this conference. And especially these two for the CTF.
Okay, so one thing that was really awesome this year is that if you guys don't know the Pony Awards, basically they awarded on Black Hats to people that did incredible things during that year. And basically we had a Portuguese nominee, which I hope is in the room. Frederico? Where the hell is...
Bento.
Come on, man. This sucks. Where the hell is the guy?
Is Bento in the house?
No.
Come on.
This is going really well, so... What the hell is it?
Should we move on and then we can try and track him? Come on.
I was trying to see him before I didn't. But... And it's really cool because he was nominated for the pony, and you know, it was really cool. He was nominated for the pony.
Yes.
And he
Have
was
you guys
nominated.
checked the font? The font is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a nomination, there's a pony, and I don't know if you understand it. He was nominated for the pony. Is he like alive and around? This is really cool.
Come on, dude!
I'm glad we prepared this. So. No, yeah, so basically, this year was really interesting in terms of information security. Basically, one thing that Herman is going through that, but there's a lot of interesting stuff that happened this year. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to spoil it right now.
Anything?
One of those, it's not on what he's about to talk, but it's the Pony Awards, again, like the Oscars for information security, people that do great stuff. So, and Frederico was nominated for the Pony Award. I don't know, anyone knew this before? So, and basically the award was the Pony for Epic Achievement. I think the nomination was an epic achievement by itself, honestly. And I think it's something that really makes all our community proud that he was even nominated. Much more the fact that he actually won it. So, and another fun fact was actually when he tweeted that he was nominated, I was interested to see who would win and so on. And I found out by accident while Googling and stuff, seeing what happened at the Ponies and Black Hat. So on 11 August, I actually saw that he actually won it. But the fun part was I tweeted this to him and he said, "Holy shit, I had no idea." And where is my pony? And we had a lot of tweeting back and forth. Where the hell is the pony? And I think that a man shall not be separated from his pony, said once a wise man. You guys all know this.
Really?
So, and basically, and I asked him today or yesterday if he already had the pony. He still doesn't have the pony. This is unacceptable, really. I don't know. So basically, this was, I think, if he was there, they would have delivered it with this slide there. So basically, we are going to give a pony to Frederico. Not the pony, but a much better pony.
Come here, man. Come get your pony.
Like, this is a really badass pony. It looks like Morpheus.
Yes.
You see the glasses? Okay, it's not golden, but it's like a great pleasure to give this to you.
Muito obrigado. Nice, dude. Congrats.
You have to say some words. You have to say something.
Wait. Just a second.
Okay. It's on.
It's good.
Yeah, so this pony is better than the original. And
Because it's here. Like
yeah. Because it was the BSides organizer that gave it to me. So I don't know. Thank you, everyone. And you can also win ponies if you guys want, but you have to publish more stuff.
Exactly.
And
A little bit more.
I don't know. Web stuff just does not win awards. So, but if it did, you guys would win. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
So, last phrase.
So, and you know that we had a lot of unicorns around this area in the last few days, I heard. But then unicorns don't exist. Well, we don't have a unicorn, we have a pony. It's much better. And moving on. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so moving on for the CTF team. So as last year, it was surrounded in terms of the story around Mr. Robot. If you guys don't know what it is, go check it out because it is awesome. And yeah, this was like our Mr. Robot moment yesterday during the CTF. So we've had 10 teams, and they were really focused.
Yeah, it was his birthday, so.
So yeah, it was nice. And yeah, people were having fun, as we can see. And yeah, so it happened yesterday between 14:30 to 16:30. It lasted for 3 hours. We've had 10 teams, and we've had 10 categories.
We have emojis that don't work.
Exactly,
Awesome.
man. Come on. Emojis is failing me. So we had trivia, which everyone loves.
You should
right?
use the iPhone. It has 70 new.
New ones, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And we have forensics, web, crypto, physical, and MISC. So we've had a total of 15 challenges, where 12 of them were solved at least once. And we also used a dynamic scoring system. So we had a value set for the challenges. And as soon teams were solving it, the points were going down. So because most of the time we set some value for that challenge, but it ends up being too easy. So in this case, its value is going to be adjusted to what it is worth.
Yeah, basically, if a lot of people solve it, it's less valuable than if few people solve it. So it's try to
balance
it.
things out. Okay, so these were the challenges that were solved. So we had a whole and intro. Whole, it's a trivia challenge, which all of the teams solved. So trivia is not that hard, right? And we've had these others. So we are going to go through all of these 12 and see which were the solutions.
Yeah, if you're still awake at the end, we'll give the prizes.
Yes, because we have a lot of slides to go on through.
Beat that, Pedro.
So we've had like 1,563 keys, and only 52 were correct ones. Doesn't work?
No, like 3, 2, actually.
You know, doing slides and for 2 days, it's normal. We have more, so pay attention. Okay, in terms of the challenges, there were 12, so these were the challenges and the categories. So starting on the most solved one. So whole, which was a trivia 100, and as you guys can see at the end, it was only worth 50 points because all of the teams solved it. And the question was, people stop crying. And the name is whole. So I think this is an easy one. So basically, we were asking for the URL of the sinkhole for WannaCry. So people stop crying. The next one, which is called intro. So Mr. Robot received a CD in the mail from Cisco. It says it's his new album. Let's hear the intro. And we had a file named music. So after that, we could play the file, and we can start hearing this. It's okay. So, of course, we would think about Morse code, right? Or not? And by thinking about that, we could try and decode this message. And we do have online sites. We just translate that into the flag. And as you guys can see here, the flag says, "What is love, baby? Don't hurt me no more." So it was a fun one. So moving on to the next one, which is called White Rose. It was one of our physical challenges. So we've had 3. And it says, this box belongs to the mystery man, which in this case is White Rose. And what does it have inside? A gun, a watch, or a dress? If you guys see the show, you guys will know why. And yeah, so we've had this box, and people had to lockpick it. It was really easy because we wanted the teams to made it to the next phase. Because inside, once lockpicked, they would found this. So this is a shredded paper. And after putting it together, and as you guys can see here, people were using duct tape, and that's why
we warned that it
people
would be
to bring
useful.
them. Yes, and after that, they would come up with this, and then they would identify these 3 parts. And if you guys can see it correctly, this is the Hacker Manifesto. And as we can see, we have 4 parts, and after putting it together, and after doing a ROT 13,
Encryption, military grade.
we would reach the flag. So it has been encrypted and shredded, they said. So it was a fun one, and a lot of
really like doing the physical challenges, because it's something we cannot do online, right? So it's fun having people around and having
it's really fun,
really weird stuff.
So another one that I have made, which is called President. So it says, White Rose is monitoring his favorite candidate for president. What can you find in this in this dump? Yeah, so in the dump file that we gave them, it was a PCAP file. So once opened, we could see that it has a lot of Wi-Fi frames.
I think that's his real SSID.
Maybe at the White House.
I think that's why he tweeted it, because he was trying to configure his iPhone.
Using Twitter.
Yeah, but it's better not to make this joke. So.
Yeah,
Forget
exactly.
it. Yeah, it's something.
Never mind. So yeah, as we can see, we have the network, which is Covfefe. And moving on.
What is Covfefe?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
No one knows. So, and after that, we would try to crack the passwords, because we do have here the 4 handshakes, and using a tool like AirCrack and some dictionary, we could just find the password, which is really strong. It has 18 shards.
It's like the nuclear code.
Probably, but it has only 4, right?
Yeah,
if I'm not
I
right.
think
Yeah,
so.
so it's easier.
If I remember correctly.
It's easier. So yeah, and after that, we could decode the traffic. We could decrypt the traffic, and after searching through a lot HTTP traffic, because I went to Fox News and they don't use HTTPS, and then I start searching for stuff like CNN is fake news and Drown the Swamp and other stuff like that, and actually people were thinking that was the key. The flag. So yeah, it was fun. So moving on, we could see that we did have an FTP connection from Daddy Trump, and after that he was just getting deflag.txt, and after searching for this data, we could find the flag, which says WPA to CCMP shouldn't be the only encryption layer, as we have seen with the crack attack. Okay, so now it's your turn.
Oh, Knuckle. So that's a fun one.
What does it say?
Well, so basically NaCl is sodium, if you guys don't know it, and there's a lib sodium, which is a cryptographic library that if you're developing, you should use and not roll your own, hence the name. So you should not roll your own crypto, and you'll make mistakes that lead to the attack that this code attached is vulnerable to. Okay, there's a lot of other problems. Yeah, I know. But I had to come up with something. So, and I didn't want to give you just the piece that had the answer. So it's basically this encrypt stuff, decrypt stuff, and what I wanted people to get to was not the padding, although there's some crappy padding there, but I tried to pretend that the padding was okay. But basically you have the AgeMac function, and if you look at it, it's not an AgeMac at all. It's just a key and a payload and a digest. So that was the main problem. And if you look that up, what happens if you do it like this, you are vulnerable to a hash length extension attack. And that was the solution. The rest was just for you guys to get lost in the code. It actually should work, but please don't use this in production. I think this was ripped off from Stack Overflow or something. So, yeah.
Okay, so next we had one which is called IRC, which was made by Philippe.
Yeah. So this was fun doing it because I didn't get till the earlier day to be vulnerable.
It was hard.
Yeah, it was hard making it vulnerable. So this was a IRC bot that was made in Python. There was a lot of comments. So if you went to the find exploits and you did try something, you get an SQLi. And as a string concatenation, you can do a basic union select and get the flag.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, it was easy.
I think the main point here that we discussed was doing something that it's pretty common for people that at least usually look into web applications and web shit, which is quite basic SQLi, but put it in a medium that people are not so comfortable with, because you'll have to use an IRC client or use some libraries to actually be able to use this. You can't just point SQL map here, it won't work. So that's the fun part.
Okay, so moving on to the next one. So this one was fun too. It was the physical 100. And the text says, what were the brightest hacks of 2017? So, and since this was a physical one, and people were asking, so do you guys have any stuff for us to try and test? And we have said no. You guys have all of it.
Have everything.
Yeah, to try and solve this. And most of the people got this T-shirt. And as you guys can see, probably, so you guys can see here like different color in terms of the text there, if you guys can see them. But it wasn't supposed to be.
The idea was not to be noticeable unless in the dark. So if you take your T-shirts in the sun and they'll go to the dark, it will actually be bright. It's luminescent ink.
As you guys can see here in this video. So if you guys got in a dark place and your T-shirt, it's going to light up. Just going to play it once again. We are just giving like power to the luminescent ink. Okay. So
you guys didn't know this, right?
Easter eggs everywhere.
So it's nice because when you got the T-shirts like last week, and we pick up the T-shirts and look at shit.
Yeah, what a fail!
This is over. Like
people are going to do it like in 5 seconds, right?
But yeah, it worked out pretty okay. I know that when we started handing the T-shirts yesterday, no one said anything.
No one
and even
noticed.
with other guys in the company, when you show them, most of them didn't notice anything strange. We knew it, so for us it's like, hey, shit, this is completely
broken.
But I think it
so
worked.
And it has like a lot of different like broad pond, shadow, brokers.
Don't forget to show the video. Oh, you did.
Yeah, I did. It's already done. Yeah, and that's why I put it there. Okay. And the next one, which is called HDD, was done by Fabio, the little demon. And it says the Dark Army stole Cisco's laptop from his apartment after the blood bath. So what was he hiding something? And a file was given which was called HDD.
So on this one, you were given a hard drive partition. If you wanted it and went to the documents folder, you'll see these files. The goal of this challenge was to get the password for the compressed.hash file. And that password was split in 3 parts and hidden on these JPEGs. Although the content that you saw before was not all of it, you had to use tools like Autopsy to see deleted files. There is a doc.jpg there. So if you extracted it and so it's EXIF, you'll see the first part. On the second one,
This one is crazy.
you'll see this image, which you don't see anything special, just some cards. But if you use that curves functionality, it is available on most of the editors like Photoshop, Paint.net, and GIMP.
Curves, cars, you know.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
If you
Find the password. So let me just, you guys can see, it's right there.
yeah, so here you had to pull the line to the bottom right corner, and the second part will show up.
Guys, teams have solved this, so it's
It's doable.
fair game.
It's doable.
That third part is a bit easier. You just have to bin walk this file, or you can just bin walk start the whole folder, or even use the bin walk to extract the files from the partition, and you'll get this zip file. Just have to extract the files and cut this weird name file. Yeah. So after that, you put all these parts together, uncompress the RAR, and get the flag.
I mean, it's hidden in plain sight, so so easy.
Thank you, man. Okay, so pipes, you're up.
The
Don't
net.
need to turn it on? So the net, which is the physical 300. So yeah, you can.
Okay. So in this one, we have the following. Elliot is inside the data center. There is no interface. You cannot plug in any cable.
USB types.
No
devices.
rogue devices. It just sees a cable, and he only sees cables everywhere, and he needs your help. So what can you do? So the thing here is, if there is a cable, you can tap it. And the objective was that you need to tap the cable, but in a way that you don't interrupt the communication. So a few teams, they cut the cable. Yeah, we just had to give it another one.
It's kind of not very stealthy. Right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it wasn't.
So I had to give some hints. Okay, this is the setup. You can tap the cable with very careful not to cut the wires. Yeah, just need to cut the outside of Ethernet cable, and then there's like 4 wires. You just need 2 green and 2 oranges, and then after explaining a bit, just giving some hints, I also said to them, okay, you can search online for Ethernet tap or Ethernet passive tap, and you're gonna have some hints there. So after this, they had to capture. And there was like a cron job every 1 minute, running a few scripts and transferring files. So they had to put all those PCAPs together, and then inside the PCAPs they had some more hints. This is the hint where the secret is. This is an SMTP communication. There was a lot more communications like Telnet, FTP. So after this, they had the secret. But they also need the file where the flag is. And this is a file that is transferred with FTP protocol, again, not encrypted.
Yeah, it's called classified.zip.
Yeah, classified.zip, we can see there. And then they had everything they needed. Just need to unzip the file, and this is the secret message from White Rose. That's it.
Cool.
Again, it's physical, it's fun to do this.
So yeah.
Oh, undo 59. Yeah, so 2 solves. So again, if you guys follow the show, they basically use a ransomware to encrypt some stuff. So, and one of the issues on the show, if there's a way to undo 5.9. So they think it's possible, and they did a forensics and they recover some files, and the idea is to see if you can decrypt them. So basically, you get a TGZ file that has a readme.txt, a readme.txt.fsociety, and a snip, just a piece that was recovered from the script that was used to encrypt from the ransomware, because ransomwares use PHP. What's really important is this is basically the snippet. I cut everything that didn't matter for the fact. But basically, it has two functions. Then what it does, it opens. There will be a file. In this case, it will be readme.txt.fsociety. It will open. It will read the readme.txt. Well, the decrypted will open and it's .fsociety. The clear file is just readme.txt. It reads the whole file up to 2048 bytes, and there's a small detail about this. It will destroy the original file, so it goes to destroy file, basically generates a random string of characters up to the length of the file. It does an F-write over the file, and it closes the file. So basically, instead of deleting, because it's easily recoverable, obviously, the idea is to just overwrite it with random bytes. After that, it will generate a unique key, because remember, the clear text is already in memory. It will generate a random AES key, which is up here, so it will just generate 16 random bytes, and will return the key, so it will encrypt the file, and there it is. The problem is basically how this is using the empty rand PHP function, which is basically a piece of crap. So the interesting thing is the empty rand is deterministic, so if you know the seed, you know exactly what next byte will be. And if you know what the next byte will be by the seed, you also can brute force with the bytes you know and go back to the seed, which is what you can use with PHP empty rand from Solar Designer. Yeah. So basically the idea was, as you see, the idea of destroying the file was not that smart because it uses the empty rand also. So basically you have everything you need to decrypt. You just go to the original file, which is just random bytes. You get a few of the initial bytes, run the PHP empty rand cracker, and it will output what was the seed at the initial point before those bytes. Now, where most teams probably failed, at least in our tests, that happened a lot, is that, okay, so I know the seed, let's generate the AES key. It won't work because the seed is for the destruction of the file. So you have to go basically set the seed before destroying the file. You say the seed was this one. It will create the original, I think 60 bytes, I think it was the size of the file, of random bytes, and then generate the correct order, the AES key, and just decrypt it. Fun fact, there was a real ransomware that used this technique. Yeah. So I just copied the code, tried not...
Fix it?
Fixed some parts as much as it can be fixed. But this 2048 used it like everywhere, so only the first 2048 bytes of the file were encrypted in that case. Again, if you look for empty rand and ransomware on Google, you'll go right to the blog post that explains all of this. Yeah. So don't use empty rand or PHP. I don't know. Whatever.
And the flag was this one. Yeah. Okay, so moving on. So we had a trivia question, which is called underrated. Was solved only by one team.
Which team?
Let's see. So this one is called definition, and most of the players usually don't read the description. So they just see, okay, it's a trivia, it's 200, I'm going to start and doing stuff. But they don't read it. So here we are asking for the definition of the IOCTL request parameter used in that exploit. And the name is also a hint, which it is called underrated. Because this flaw was set to be only the denial of service exploit, and after that Bento showed that it could be used to get root.
Yeah. So basically, as far as you could see, if not all, but most of the teams knew exactly what were we talking about.
Yeah.
So everyone knew that it was his exploit and so on. So actually, they were the ones that got it right. But
it was
a lot of the teams were just close because they didn't read what was written there. Which
And
is
fun fact,
the definition.
Yeah, the definition. And fun fact, it wasn't their first attempt where they got it right. So they had to try multiple times. So here we have the IOCTL parameter, which is called request. In this case, we have the TIOCSTI, but we were asking for the definition. So if you search, like in Wikipedia, you would find it, which it says terminal I/O control simulate terminal input. So
that was the answer.
That was the answer. So TIOCSTI, and we wanted its definition. And the last one, which was a Trivia 400 made by
it's old school because something
old people, you guys know.
Old people should know, like anyone. Yeah, I'm over 25. I don't know anything, but basically it's something. Well, it's old school and it was fixed by Kerberos, so it's something old, right? Everyone was trying like a lot of exploit names and stuff, and basically you can solve it on Wikipedia. Again, it's a trivia.
Everything is on Wikipedia.
Everything is on Wikipedia, even the flags. No. So basically, if you go and read about Kerberos, you get to a point where it says
on the right.
On the right,
this is
the protocol is based on the earlier Needham-Schroeder symmetric tree protocol.
It's based on that one.
So
and if you guys went there,
you'll see something about Needham-Schroeder that is fixing the attack. The flaw is fixed in the Kerberos protocol. So basically, it goes back to Kerberos, Needham-Schroeder, it fixes. So it's Needham-Schroeder, and that was it, basically.
So we had a flaw in this protocol, which then came up to be Kerberos.
Yep. Okay. So that was the answers: Needham-Schroeder or Needham-Schroeder symmetric protocol and so on.
Okay, so now moving to the fun part. So the prizes. So let's start with the raffle one.
So, come on, guys. Anyone wants to help? Oh, any still?
Do you guys still have? Yeah.
I'm sensing a deja vu from last year. Like we were like 10 minutes still.
We need to give it a good mix.
Thanks.
I think it's done. Pass it on.
Yeah.
Thanks. Should we ask someone from the audience to?
Yeah, let's ask someone we don't know from the audience. Oh yeah, let's mix it. There's one completely. Sorry, others.
This is as random as we can do.
We wanted to use empty rand, but
it's crap. So yeah.
So we're treating lists like that, but honestly, this is really important for us. And basically, you just made Felipe's life miserable because he was the guy that last year put each one of these by hand into
in digital form,
Google stuff, so that you could do the. Really, so he was expecting no one to
to fill them in this year.
Yeah, sorry, man. So you want to grab one? Just a random guy from the audience. What's your name, sir?
Nobody. Paul Schang.
Woo!
Come on.
Come on, man.
Am I allowed to read the suggestion?
It depends. yeah, sure. Oh, actually, it's not a bad idea. So
he actually did a pretty good suggestion. So he only literally just made one suggestion. Beer tap available during the entire event.
We're thinking about it, okay? We actually discussed this, so I don't know what it says about us. Or you. But
Okay, good.
Basically, what did he win?
A book.
Yeah, by Mark
by Rusinovich. Zero Day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have fun.
it's kind of weird because it's well, but it's actually new. So don't worry.
Yeah, it does
It's
look
an offer by
almost new.
Microsoft and
So
Mark
the second
Rusinovich.
rep?
The second.
Let's choose another random.
Random guy. Or girl. Random girl. I don't know your name, Margarida. So. At least she's not from the staff, right?
Luís Catarino.
Luís Catarino.
I think this is the first time we do a raffle and everyone is in the room. And you don't have to take like 5 or 4. So.
And actually, you guys don't only take a book. You guys all get.
It's Rogue Code, also by Mark
Rusinovich.
Rusinovich.
Yes, and you guys also get a ticket for next year, so you can write your email.
Yeah, which is nice because we had people crying for tickets like yesterday morning. You know, we've been sold out like for.
Sell it. You can buy Alpha Web Summit tickets.
So you guys know the tickets are cheap because it's just to manage so that people don't get tickets and don't come over. By the way, we have over 90% of people coming, so it's really awesome. So I guess it works. Anyway, as some of you at least know, it gets hard to get the tickets because they really sold out quickly, even by sponsors and so on. So.
Okay, moving on to the next prize, which is the lightning talk.
She's not here, but
she's not here, but so she won dinner, but she didn't win.
Yeah.
Yes, and so
Leanne
what's
Galloway.
her name?
Leanne Galloway, right?
Leanne Galloway. Yeah, that's it.
She won the lightning talk yesterday,
and
she'll get the ticket for next year.
Also, so yeah, we need to write that.
We won't forget. It's like on Twitter.
Yeah,
I don't know an email, so.
Me neither. Flamer. So
there was
moving
a poll,
on,
people voted. So, yeah. And
So
it was,
moving
I
on.
think it was a really cool talk, actually.
yeah, it was nice. So moving on
be a full talk.
to the next gift. So the one who qualified. So it's João Salavisa.
Is he in the room?
João Salavisa from Dev Random team. Okay, so he's not qualified anymore, I guess.
Who was the second? I have no idea, so no prize. I give it to the next guy if he's in the room. So
Let me just think. The next guy. Abrakius, if I'm not wrong. But
does anyone have any idea? We'll just say it's you and you'll believe it, right? So yeah, if
Team
there's
2.
enough.
It was Team 2, so it's easy. Abrakius, if I'm not wrong. So yeah.
Yeah.
Just me, not Zozo guy.
Well, for the calls it's just like one person, but you guys can split this.
Yes.
Okay,
So yeah.
we can try.
Yeah. So this is a Raspberry Pi Zero W. So which is really nice stealth thing, and you will get a ticket
for
also
next
for
year.
next year. Okay. So
You did it as a
your
team?
name?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get all the tickets.
Yes. So exactly. So tickets
All right.
for Abrakius, correct?
Abrakius.
Okay. Nice.
Okay,
Thanks.
so you'll get tickets, all of you, at least.
Okay.
No, we like to give the prizes, so if you're not here, we don't give you the prize. Sorry.
Yeah, you need to be. Okay, so moving on to the the Fun with Flex prizes. So we had in third place STT. So
Anyone
are you guys
from
here?
STT?
Is STT
No
in
one?
the...
Like,
Okay, so the prize is going to be tickets for BSides next year. So I will send
And
them an
that's
email.
it.
And that's it. Yeah. So the
no,
next
we
team.
knew that they probably wouldn't be here. That we spoke to them earlier.
Yeah. So the second team, which is STF.
Yeah.
So if you guys are here, just come down, please.
They are still there. It was a really close call between them and Probably.
Yes,
actually.
it was.
Like 60 points or something.
Less than, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Ficou muito bem.
Yep. Tiago, you wanna come over also to give? Where's Tiago?
So yeah,
He printed the prize, so I think it's.
he
only
printed
fair.
the prize, him and Anna. So it is really really nice. So
Actually, I made this one. She made the one that has electronics and shines and shit. So like, I'm not really good at it.
Spoiler! Come on, man! And you guys also get tickets for next year.
Yeah.
Congrats, man. Não, foi a equipa toda, equipa toda. Congrats. Congrats, man. Yes. See you guys next year.
Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. So, and now for the last prize for the winning team, which is probably will also win. Let me just show this, which was made by Ana and Tiago.
No, Anna.
Ana.
You have to come here.
Which is really, come on, click this.
It should work.
Which is really a badass. Like, a round of applause for her. It's really a badass. Really nice.
Anna.
Can you give the prize? Come on. It was a lot of hours, right?
No, just 10 minutes.
Yeah, right. So much.
So these are unique prizes. No one else has.
And you guys will also win tickets for next year.
Yeah.
And then the last prize.
And like remember that? Yeah. Before buying tickets.
We have that.
I don't know. Just an idea. Yeah.
Which is good. And the last prize. Want to do the honor?
Like this is something that no one in the world has.
Yes, not even us.
Not even us. So there are only.
You can show it. You
five?
can show it first.
Five?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5.
Okay. Yeah. So and this is like any hacker needs a hoodie. So this is a badass hoodie with a logo and says CTF winner.
So there you go. It has dois M's, dois L's e XL. Tá ali, all good. Just find it.
Well, since, as you can imagine, we had no idea the size
You
of
guys
that
are
people
just
would
4,
need.
right? Really 5? Okay, sorry. Here you go.
So we did multiple sizes. So
Yeah.
you guys just work it out. I don't care.
Tens alguma coisa que queres dizer? Porque agora vai ser mesmo para fechar.
Agradecer aos sponsors.
Mas não tenho aqui os slides.
Na boa. Yeah, go away, guys. You got the hoodies. Oh, okay. Just put it on. Show everyone how cool you look in it. Yeah, man. So basically this was it. We should have a slide with sponsors and so on, but
Yeah, we do have.
yeah, we do have. Of course we do. Yeah. So basically, hope everyone enjoyed this.
So these were like 80 slides done today. So yeah.
yeah.
As Vilassa.
Almost.
We're not competing.
So, wrapping this up, I hope you guys all enjoyed it. We're really going to read all of this. At least Flip will put him on Google.
Not this year.
or something, and see what we're going to do next year. Obviously, there will be a BSides 2018 for sure, which I think is good.
We're okay. That's
Yes.
Google just trying to update.
Keep
Chrome.
calm and,
We're okay.
and let the rootkit run.
All control over here, okay? It's
Really,
fine.
I hope everyone had fun. At least I think it was. Is there? Yeah, I think you did a ping or something. Okay.
Hello?
Can I just ask everyone with a red shirt to come down here?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
true.
Dude,
Come on.
It's not like the first time we do this.
Exactly. Paul, come on, everyone.
Yes, everyone. So
yeah,
we have.
come on over. So basically, obviously, I'll go through the names if I recall.
So we have there Paulo, we have Tiago, we have Anne, we have Cooper, we have Philippe again, Herman, Bruno, Nuno, Claudio, Jorge, David, and Pedro.
And also Anna, who's not here.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
And obviously, thank you to all of you that came here, and it's still here at this time, obviously. To all the speakers who actually came just to give the talk. It's interesting fact that we actually this year said that we would support a partial, at least partial part of costs. No speaker that was here in these 2 days actually asks for that support. So I think it means a lot for knowing that.
Yeah.
Which is basically we get to do more things with those values, either this year or next year.
Yeah.
And again, thank you all of you, thank all the speakers, thank all the sponsors, and see you in next year. Right?
Yeah. Thank you guys.